Parang I don't need this one because I cannot hear myself properly. Anyway, I'm waiting for Laura, and I'm at the gateway upper part. So it's like a it's like a park, And I learned about this only from my brother. So anyway, I'm doing a movie review. So this movie review is of a Japanese movie, which was featured during the Quezon City Film Festival way back in November, and I never got around to making a movie review. So the director is Yusuke Hamaguchi, who did Drive My Car, and this year he released Evil Does Not Exist, and it was shown in the Quezon City International Film Festival. And it's the only movie I saw because it's the only one I had the budget for. So, anyway, in my background, you have an elephant, and there's even a family of elephants on that side. So, yeah, which is very fitting because the movie is actually talks about ecological issues, no? Just in a movie. And in typical Hamaguchi fashion, everything happens in such slow motion that you have like 10 minutes of scenes where you see how beautiful rural Japan is, and featuring this dad and his daughter and his co-workers. So it shows rural Japan, no? Because that's you only know what the story is about around 30 minutes into the movie, because you realize that in this beautiful town, a developer from Tokyo is planning to build a glamping site. So a glamping site is like camping with glamour. So they're planning to. I mean, they bought this land and they were planning to develop it and make it to a glamping site. And just like any big um, developments, this will definitely affect the town because their water will be affected, the roads, the traffic, and so there are many issues they have to discuss, and it's actually featured in the one of the probably the best scene in the movie. There's a scene where there's a town meeting, and in this town meeting, the main protagonists, the people who live in that town, are meeting the developers. And the funny thing is, the developers they just sent someone or a group of people who do not even have an idea how the glamping site is going to be developed. So they are not able to answer many of the basic questions the people of the town were asking, like like simple things like what do you call that? Where you put the waste, Where are you going to put the human waste? Because presumably there's no plumbing. I mean, there's plumbing, but there's no tubes like you have in urban areas where plumbing can be done, where these things can be treated. So that was a major issue in the movie. Oh, sorry. So that was a problem. Um, Aside from that, of course, the water has to be um, done because of the topography of the place. The water has to come from a certain elevation, going down, and that water, which is featured in the movie, in the earlier part of the movie, is very clean, and the people just drink directly from it. And by discussing it, it may show that that quality of water which they can drink right now might be affected, no? Kasi nga, um, the putting of a glamping site and having visitors, thousands of visitors visiting every summer can really, impact on the quality of the water. So that's just two of the issues I remember. No? The quality of the water, of course, the traffic, and the funny thing is, the people there might not even benefit from it because the glamping site is self-contained. They have their own shops. They may have their own shops. They may have their own stores. So in a way, it doesn't really benefit the people of the community kasi dadaanan lang sila, no? The people there will just pass through them, and will just cause traffic and pollution to the place without giving back to the community. Although the developers said that they can, they will most likely bring business to the place, and but the people are skeptical because, um, yeah, most likely the developer will also build their own restaurants, their own stores, which would cater to this group of people. And instead of helping the local economy, um, it might even be detrimental to the community. Kasi nga, yeah, the people feel that their way of life will be greatly affected. Um, and there's a woman. She was the last one to speak, and she was not even from that place. She was not originally from that place, but she said she came has come to love the place, and it saddens her that and it's such a community-based area that, it saddens her that there is a possibility that that way of life may finally disappear, no? Because they get the water there. The reason why her noodles taste that good is because of the water, um, that comes from that spring, and then the added traffic, may adversely affect the people, the way of life, because people will just descend on their town for maybe 1 month, 2 months during summer, and then disappear and leave them with so much waste, ecological waste, water waste, that they feel the community may not be able to cope, because the problem with these developers is they only think of the money, and although they have answers to it, their answers are not may not be sustainable. So that's basically the main gist of the movie. Evil does not exist, but I don't even know why the title is Evil does not exist. The ending, I'm not even going to talk about the ending, but you should watch it, um, because it's a bit bizarre. The ending is a bit bizarre, um, and I don't know why Hamaguchi placed that there, because, um, the characters, the people representing the developers were already starting to understand the consequences of their actions and are pointing it out to the owners. But of course, the owners don't really care. They're only after the money, and since they bought the land already, ayun, they want the investment to push through. But something happens in the end which makes, kind of muddles the story, and in a way, it turns out as a murder mystery tuloy, which is, which can be weird, no? Kasi nga, maging murder mystery na tuloy siya. So, but anyway, the movie ends abruptly, and I hope it's just kind of an indictment on what development can do to communities, and it's very relevant to countries like the Philippines, where development is just pushed on the faces of the people without consultation. So during Christmas, I saw these comments from people who live in Batangas, because of the presence of the malls. No, so these malls have caused traffic, have caused difficulties to the quality of life people living in those places. So in a way, this movie capsulizes what the local people there feel. So it's not really an entertaining movie. It's not for everyone. And the only reason why I chose it because the director is won the Oscar, but otherwise, it's not a movie I'd recommend. I mean, if you like, you know, movies with social comments, this movie may be for you. But that social commentary I was talking about is only like um, 50% of the movie. The rest is just beautiful cinematography, beautiful music. The music is incredible. Um, Kasi it plays a major role in the movie. Yun lang, it doesn't really highlight key scenes na kasi it just stops. But otherwise, that's one of the first things I noticed in the, the great soundtrack of the movie. So anyway, so with that, I think that's the last movie I saw. I'll do Saltburn later, and of course my Golden Globe comments. So anyway, thank you very much for your time. I hope I can watch more movies and make um, these comments. Please follow me my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook, and please subscribe to my channel, Writer Coach Tony. So bye everyone, take care.